Day in the life of a high school athletic director. We got to school fairly early as I had carpool duty, but we also knew it was going to be a busy day as she was going to stay with me for a little bit for the games, and then we had a special ceremony as well as big football game and 2 soccer games going on campus. She was excited to get to school as they had a special project that they were doing in her class, so she wanted to get there early as well as be the greeter for the day. As I've mentioned before, I do have carpool duty twice a week. It's actually nice to get to know some of the lower school parents as well as some of Zoe's classmates, which she is really excited about the class that she is in this year. As you'll see here, carpool duty is pretty simple. As they come in, I greet them. I direct them to what class they are if they forget. You see the screen there. There's always a riddle in the schedule as well as the cafeteria menu as well. It's really good to see her thrive as a greeter and also, again, get to meet some of the lower school parents. From there, I was able to head to my office for a couple of hours, back to the athletic center, and get a few things done before we had schools coming in. We had schools coming in from all across Virginia to be able to play the football game, as well as the middle school and varsity soccer games that you'll see later on. Once I got in my office, it was going to be a very busy day, as I mentioned, with the games. However, I also had a quick Zoom call as well as a phone call with our State Athletic Association in regards to some things we're doing with the State Hall of Fame banquet next month, which you'll see. As I mentioned, we were having a special ceremony. We recognized our 3 state championship teams from the spring, which was tennis, boys, track and field, boys, and boys lacrosse. We also recognized our state champion individual girl that won Division III for cross country back in the fall of 2023. So her ring came in. It's really good to see the kids thrive and be excited that they finally got their rings, as it does take some time to get those in. The ceremony was great. We had some press there as well to cover the ring ceremony, and the kids were very excited as they did not know that this was coming for the day. It built a lot of hype as well, as many of these teams are 2 to 3 sport athletes, and built some hype up for the football game and soccer games that you'll see here shortly. For those ADs that follow me, this is actually handled by my administrative assistant, our assistant athletic director as well, and then our coaches. They did a great job of putting on the ceremony and keeping it under wraps, as our marketing and communications department knew about it, but it was good for the kids to be surprised. Once all the students got their rings, we then got a big group photo of all of our state championship kids, as well as the teams, for social media and other things that we were going to use with those pictures. As you can tell here, we have a very large number of kids on our athletic teams for a decent-sized Division II school in Virginia. Once that was done, I was able to get back to my office, but then get ready to see how our football games operate on our campus. As I mentioned, the first football game was off campus with a school out of state, so it was really good to see some of the football game before I had to head down to the soccer field. Unfortunately, we lost the game. However, it was a good matchup for our kids, as it was the state Division I finalist against the state championships for Division II last fall. About halftime, I headed down to the soccer field to check on middle school soccer, and as well as watch our varsity match, which is a rematch of last fall's state championship for Division II. It was a good contest for the middle school as well as the varsity game as well. Unfortunately, we did lose the middle school game, but we did tie the varsity game. Day finished up around 8 o'clock. It was great to be able to see how we host events, and that is a day life